Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Brent here with SportsTalk365.com, man. Today, just want to talk about the upcoming game between the Green Bay Packers and Chicago Bears. As many of you know, the opening night of the 2019 NFL season starts tomorrow, with these two teams facing each other. It usually is the Super Bowl champion from the previous season facing the team that they may have faced in the playoffs or a conference rival, but this year's the NFL's 100th anniversary, and the league decided to go with a historic rival between Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. I believe both franchises have been around the NFL for over 100 years. A lot of history between these two Super Bowl champions. A lot of great players have came through those, have worked with those franchises. Brett Favre, Walter Payton, Mike Singletary, Ray Nitschke, Paul Hornung, Reggie White. It just the list goes on and on. Donald Driver, Brian Urlacher. So many great names have played with these franchises. But today we're just gonna get down into we're gonna break down the and predict the overnight game between these two ball clubs. Green Bay have a new head coach, Matt LaFleur, who's coming over from the Tennessee Titans. Was the offensive coordinator for the Titans last year. The offense didn't resemble anything that the Rams did the previous year in 2017. LaFleur was I believe, the quarterbacks coach for the Rams. It took Tennessee till like 8 weeks into the season to figure out that the offense should run through Derrick Henry. It's true, but they almost made the playoffs. Lost the final game of the season to Indianapolis. Their season was over. LaFleur came over to was hired as a Packers head coach, a new Packers head coach after replacing Mike McCarthy, who was fired after a long tenure with the Packers. He won a Super Bowl title. The offense became very stale, and Mike McCarthy he didn't get along with Aaron Rodgers, so the team finally decided to move on, and bingo, we got Matt LaFleur in. We didn't really get to see a whole lot of what LaFleur is going to bring to the Packers offense in regards to working with Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers did not play for the preseason, the entire preseason. I think he said the whole preseason, not all 4 games. So didn't really get to see what type of offense he's going to unveil. He has a lot of work with it. With the Green Bay offense, you got Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, running back, Jimmy Graham come back to the offense. Interesting to see how they incorporate him into the passing game. After having a down year, a subpar year working with Aaron Rodgers, that's kind of baffling because he does good working with good elite quarterbacks. Devontae Adams, Geronimo Allison, so many weapons on that offense that it's still a potent team to deal with. In regards to but the biggest difference for the Packers will be their defense. They made a lot of changes throughout the offseason. They have Mike Patton is their defensive coordinator. I think he's going into his second season as their DC. Made their draft was a very defense. They drafted defense heavy on the draft, and they also brought in Adrian Amos from the Chicago Bears. That should go help out a lot. Rashawn Gary was out of Michigan, was going to be pretty good. They also selected Darnell Savage in the 21st pick in the draft out of Marion, and Zadarius Smith. So it should be a good, interesting football team this year. Should these, I believe that these, moves should make their defense formidable. A new offensive system under Matt LaFleur should, spice some things up with the Packers. But we're gonna find out a lot in this first game because the Bears was a pretty good team last year. Expect them to take just a slight, step back. They don't have Jordan Howard, the workhorse running back that did so much, contributed so much to the team's success last season. Jordan Howard, but they still have Tariq Cohen, who's a great all-purpose running back. Jordan Howard, Anthony Mitchell, Trey Burton. My question mark with the Bears was Mitchell Trubisky, and how they're gonna, is he gonna progress under that offense that their head coach Matt Nagy was so proficient in last season. First game, we're gonna find out what the Bears will need to do, and it's pretty simple. Draw this ball game is to pressure Aaron Rodgers. We saw it in the first game last year with Khalil Mack, pressure Aaron Rodgers. Get him off get him to come out of that pocket. Force a couple sacks, force him to turn the football over. Bears almost won that game last year, but Aaron Rodgers came back fighting the injury on the one leg. Khalil Mack ran the gas, but this year they'll be at home, open up the season at Soldier Field, 100th anniversary for the NFL. So I think he'll have a lot going for him. Home crowd will be there. You have to pressure Aaron Rodgers. Their defense, their secondary is the best in the league, in my opinion. We got Eddie Jackson. Very good. Other complementary players on that defensive side of the football to deal with Green Bay's receivers. As long as Khalil Mack and Aaron Hicks and the rest of the guys on the defensive line, Leonard Floyd don't run out of gas against his Packers offense, they have a chance to win this football game. But it all depends on how well Green Bay's offensive line protects Aaron Rodgers in this game. So we'll see how it goes. There's just some key things to look out for. How different the offense has changed under Matt LaFleur, and the changes they made in the offense in the offseason in regards to their defense will determine how good Green Bay will be in this first game. Real talk. So with that being said, my final prediction for this ball game is that I have the Green Bay Packers winning by a score of 27-21 against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field tomorrow. I just believe that Green Bay is going to reclaim the NFC North title this season, make a playoff run, but it won't not be easy. The Bears will be in the hunt for it for the entire year, up and down. We're dealing with Mitchell Trubisky as their quarterback, but that's what I have, and that's all I have for right now. Just give me a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications on all my latest videos. You can follow me on Twitter at ST365COM, Instagram, Sports Talk 365COM. That's all I have for right now. In the comments below, let me know how you feel about this ball game between the Packers and the Bears. What score do you have it? What score do you predict that it will be the outcome of this ball game? That's all I have for right now. Check out my website, sportstalk365.com. Below in the description box below. Have a blessed day. Peace.